Sometimes it can be difficult to find a great resource to support intervention or extension. So I'm hoping to share a way with you to slay the day. I'm Jonathan Winslow, Director of Elementary at MSD of Steuben, and excited to share with you ways that you can use a large language model and pair it with the resources available with you at the Indiana Department of Education to create incredible resources for your students. One of the places I like to start to create some passages or some additional reading for students is the ILEARN Item Stimulus information. This can be found on the instructional frameworks and in the item specifications, and it outlines the text word amounts that might be available within a passage that students would experience, as well as the summative lexile and checkpoint lexile bands that students might experience within the text complexity of those texts that are included on the test. So to try this out, I'm going to just look at the summative short text range here, and that's 200 to 487 words, the third grade level. And for the summative lexile band, that can be from 420 to 820, because we know that it is an adaptive test. So to get things started, I know I just covered a unit with students about inventors and inventions, and so I want to continue building background knowledge in a focus or win time, and I want to do some supports on a specific standard that I know students need support with. So I wrote a prompt here very quickly that just says, create a passage for a third grader that is between 200 and 487 words, pulled that from the item stimulus, about inventors, and has a lexile of 400 to 500, and has that inventor or invention slant to it. You can see quickly the output gave me a passage. Down here you can see that word count of 247, and it is close to that lexile range that I provide as well. Now I might want to intervene on a specific standard with students, and to do that and pull in the next step to using a large language model like Gemini or Copilot or ChatGPT or whatever else you're using, you can then go to the item testing blueprint page and choose a standard that you want to support students with. Maybe I was noticing with my checkpoint 2 data that RC1 was a standard that my group could continue practicing with. So what I would do then is click the link here and open up the 3RC1 item specifications. And this gives you those proficiency level descriptors with example items. What I like to do with this is go to File, Download, and download it just as a PDF document, and then upload that document into Gemini or whatever tool you're using, selecting that there, and from there I'm able to write in the prompt, please create questions that mirror the document provided and create below, approaching, at, and above questions that match the passage. This allows me then to have questions that I can use as we choral read or close read this passage aloud with students. Or it could provide me with some questions that I might have students answer after reading so that they can practice those types of question types. This allows me to kind of target the area of where students were performing that I saw on checkpoints and really push them to that next proficiency level. And I can ask for it to give me more than one for each of those particular proficiency levels, and that allows me with lots of different options to choose from as well. Hopefully this will help you slay your assessment and instructional planning.